Hey everybody, Dunbar Snack Bar here with some MLB 2K11. Now this game was kind of requested, but I thought I'd do this one anyway. We're going to be seeing the Texas Rangers go up against the Cardinals. If you've been living under a rock for a little bit, these are the two teams who squared off in the World Series. Cardinals, of course, ended up winning, which was pretty awesome. And I thought with this, great way to kind of end the baseball season for me here a little bit and kind of tell you guys what I thought about this year, the World Series, what I'm excited about next year. Now, when I mean end the season, I mean like the official season. I know it's been over for a while, but kind of wanted to say what I thought about the season so far and everything like that. Like, I'll probably still do a baseball game here and there until 2K12 comes out. But anyway, so for me, this World Series was the best one that I ever got to be a part of. Like, I listened to sports radio quite a bit, and the people who were on there were talking about, you know, these other ones that they had lived through that were better. But, you know, of all the World Series that I have, like, understood what's going on and cared about and everything like that, this one by far was the best. Because there's such a great story in the St. Louis Cardinals here for the entire postseason, which was absolutely awesome. And it really teaches perseverance and everything like that, because here's a team who at one point in the season was 10.5 games away from the wild card, or 10.5 games away, from the Braves, who had the wild card at that point. And then on the very last game that they could have, they ended up winning and make it to the playoffs as the wild card. So at the last second, they make it. Everybody thought they weren't going to. There's really no shot for the Cardinals, but they did it anyway. And then here you go in Game 6 of the World Series, down to their very last strike. They tie the game up. And then the very last strike, when they're down in extra innings, they tie it up. And then, of course, the next inning, they end up getting a game-winning home run, which is awesome. Anytime you see a walk-off home run, that's sweet. But especially in the World Series, that's even awesomer. So here's a team that throughout everything didn't die, would not go down. And they fought through absolutely everything. Like, they get into the playoffs, they go up against the Phillies, and the Phillies are expected to just absolutely destroy the Cardinals. The Cardinals win. And then they move on to the Brewers, who are also expected to beat the Cardinals. And the Cardinals win. So that really shows you in baseball, anything can happen. And that's what I love. You know, it rekindled a lot of things for me by way of baseball. I'm not saying like I was getting sick of baseball or it was boring, but when you are in the regular season, let's be honest, how many games do you see that are that exciting? I mean, you play 162 games a year. In the grand scheme of things, like during the middle of the season, one game really doesn't necessarily mean that much. I may get some flack for saying that, like, because of course at the end, you know, with the Cardinals, you know, making it, then one game did matter, but in the middle of the season, you really just don't feel that way, and you kind of grow or get used to baseball and everything like that, and you know, you kind of shrug it to the side, take it for granted. But it's always like the World Series and the postseason kind of brings me back to the grand love of baseball that I have. It seems like at the beginning of the year, I get super excited, and the end of the year, I get super excited about it as well. You know, so it was just kind of awesome to see. I'm going to try to see what I can do to kind of remedy that, because like I'm not going to sit there and get just as excited for the World Series as I would against like the A's versus, I don't know. You know, if they were going up against like, I don't know, just some random AL team. We'll just put it that way. I don't want to make anybody mad by saying a team that I don't think is that great. But anyway, so yeah, it was absolutely awesome, and there was a lot of things that happened this year that are absolutely did not expect happening. Like everything that's been going on with the Dodgers and their owner, you know, he's going to be selling the team, and I cannot think of any time where a team has been in that much money financially. I'm sure, you know, it's been out there, stuff like that, but this was pretty crazy to hear how he would make deals with Fox to try and get more money, that they didn't have enough money, or they were on course to not have enough money to even make their payroll, which is crazy because you hear about all these players who make so much money and everything like that, and, you know, here's teams that can't make any kind of payroll at all. So, I don't know, pretty awesome. that all that's getting settled now and everything. Stuff happened with Manny Ramirez. That was pretty interesting because for me, I thought that everything with the performance-enhancing drugs and all that was behind us, that everybody had done a great chance of kind of filtering it out. And then here's Manny Ramirez, who out of nowhere starts using performance-enhancing drugs again, and we're back to where we were before. Okay, kind of dangerous on this one because I was like, Pujols, but he gets the triple, which is sweet. Tie the game up with that one. I'll do a little commentary here during this part. Now, next year, speaking of Albert Pujols, is going to be very interesting because with Tony La Russa being gone now, he retired, and I think that was awesome. I mean, he was definitely getting to the point where he needed to retire, and what better way to retire than on the high note of being the manager who won the World Series. But anyway, I think that's really going to affect Albert Pujols' decision because I know what made him really want to stay was his love for St. Louis. And with Tony La Russa gone, everything that is St. Louis, I think team-wise, is going to change significantly because Tony La Russa was brilliant. And I think that whoever comes in has huge shoes that they have to fill, and I don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to match what Tony La Russa has done at St. Louis. I mean, here's I shouldn't say a very small market team, but St. Louis is a small market team. But for a lot of years, they've been at the top of everything. Of course, winning a few World Series under Tony La Russa, making it to the playoffs a good number of times, everything like that. So I think as Albert Pujols takes that in consideration, like what he should do, I think with Tony La Russa being gone, that's going to be a big variable here in what's going to happen. Now, a lot of people have even talked about Tony La Russa going to the Cubs, and I think that what's going to happen with the Cubs here, not just next season, but down the road, is really, really going to be awesome, I think. Now, I'm not necessarily a huge Cubs fan, but because I did the Cubs franchise on YouTube, I got to know the Cubs a little bit better, got to meet some of the fans and everything like that and get talking with them. So I have an interest in the Cubs. But I think that with the new direction that they're headed, I think it's a very, very good thing that they're doing. And I think with the changes that they're making, it might help them out quite a bit. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping the Cubs, see a lot of success, hopefully break the Billy Goat curse here sometime soon, and see great things out of them. Now with the Red Sox, with all that happened with that, I think that is really going to motivate them next year. Because for them to lose that lead that they had, I think that was devastating for the players, for the fans, everybody. Because remember, these guys were expected to win the World Series at the beginning of the year. I had them winning the World Series. And I think that they could have. They had the potential to win it all. But because of whatever reason, I'm not even going to try to speculate or anything, things did not work out too well for them at all. So, like I said, I think they're going to be on a mission to kind of change some things next year and down the road. By the way, this guy's supposed to be Tony La Russa. Gosh, does not look like him. I hope MLB 2K12 changes a lot of things. I think I might have to do a video on what I'd like to see changed for sure. Because I know I was going to do that earlier and everything, but I never got around to it. But anyway, so that's kind of what I thought about everything baseball-wise. I thought this year was absolutely amazing, though. A lot of cool things happened that I have not seen in any other year, especially the way it finished out, which is awesome. So hopefully next year we'll see a lot of great things as well. So Rangers tied up right there. Now the reliever that I have in here, McClellan, I was expecting him to be able to kind of pick up where Carpenter left off because Carpenter was doing a great job. He was just getting really, really tired. So with this now being tied up, seems like the Rangers are not wanting to go anywhere here. I was able to come back, tied the game up, got a little bit of a lead by 1 run. Rangers, they are going to be in the lead with this one as Jay, of course, is not going to be able to throw it home. So I throw it into the infield to try to make sure that nobody advances after that hit. So win probability, not looking too good for me. It's now 3-2. Rangers are on top. Overall, the game has been going pretty good for me, I would say, because attribute-wise, Rangers are like at a 97. Cards like a 91. So I'm supposed to be outmatched here. We'll take a look and see what happens. Now that was a great hit that went through the infield. I was surprised he didn't pick it up there. So I've got a runner on first. And with this pitcher, I feel a lot more comfortable about stealing. So that's why I'm taking that tremendous lead. See if I'm able to make it. And I do. So you guys know I love to steal bases. This, of course, is going to be absolutely no different here in this one, especially right now when I need to have somebody in scoring position because I want to tie this game up. I want to get it taken care of here now, because I don't want to lose this one. So with this one here, I ended up having to get out of the inning without anything else after that stolen base. So runner in scoring position, wasn't able to capitalize on that one. And all around, both of the teams here really haven't been able to capitalize that well on runners in scoring position. I've left the number on. The Rangers have left the number on. So that hasn't been a good stat for either of us. Now, I'm okay that the Rangers right now are not able to get those runners home, but I wish I did here at this point. McClellan doing a little bit better now. At first when I put him in, a lot of runners were getting hits off of him. Kind of mixing things up, throwing some different pitches, seeing what I can kind of do here. Now, the changeup ends up getting the strikeout, which is awesome. The pitch that has saved me throughout this entire game so far is a slider. When you take a look at a lot of the people's reports, you'll see that sliders are usually, like sliders and curveballs, are the weakest pitches to kind of throw. So if you've got a pitcher who can throw a really good slider, I think you're going to have a lot of success. I think slider more than anything else. Like if you got somebody with a good slider and curveball, you're set. So I don't know. I think next year if I do a my player, I might do a pitcher. I don't know. I don't know how exciting that would be, but I got to start thinking about that. What I'm going to start doing for MLB 2K12, I guess. But anyway, so I've got a runner now on second here, and we'll take a look, see what I can do here at this point. Now you can see he throws a lot of fastballs. So what am I going to be waiting on? We're going to go with the fastball here. Ends up paying off. This one goes up the middle, and it is going to score one. I don't think they expected me to go home. I have no idea what they did here, but that throw ends up going past the catcher. Not able to get any extra bases off of that, but I seriously have no idea what they were thinking. Because I thought that if I was going to go home, it'd be pretty risky, be a play at the plate. Definitely not the case, but whatever. I'll take it. Game is tied, bottom of the 8th. So here we are, top of the 9th. This is absolutely huge. See, McClellan's done a pretty good job of keeping stuff in the strike zone, so let's see what I can do here on this one. 2 outs. I have got to hold them. Luckily, nobody is on base here at this point, so there's definitely hope for me to be able to come out of this one here with absolutely no damage against me and to be able to go into the bottom of the 9th and try to score some runs, see what I can do with the bats here. So, going to be, that's not the best pitch for me there, but the slider breaks inside, and I'm able to get the strike on that one. Fortunately, he's looking at that one here. So I'm kind of wondering what I want to do at this point. What pitch do I want to throw? I think I might go with the 12-6 curve since the catcher is recommending that. With this pitch, I actually go with the fastball. Never mind. So I don't know. Like it's kind of tough because I don't necessarily always look at the catcher and what he wants. I kind of go my own way. But there we go. There's the 12-6 curve. Ends up being a foul ball, so he's still alive at this point. So, man, it's kind of tough because, like, I've thrown fastballs at him. I don't want to necessarily throw another one, but with that slider, I get the strikeout. So that was a good choice on that one here. So here we are, bottom of the 9th, no out. So let's see what I can do here with the bats. Now, this one, I end up getting out on. So pretty frustrated that I can't get something started early. That was going to be pretty huge here. Now, this hit is going to go into left center. I'm going to be able to get a single off of that, so I've got somebody on base now. That's going to be something that the Rangers should be starting to worry about a little bit because all I need is one run. And if I've got somebody on base, it's going to be awesome, especially if I can get him in scoring position. So I go for second, and they get me. So that's destroyed my chance here, basically, to be able to score here in the bottom of the 9th. It is very rare that I get caught stealing, and it makes me mad that of all the times that had to happen in this game, bottom of the ninth. So sweet catch to end the ninth inning. So here we are in extra innings. So Beltre has been doing all right here in this game. I thought he was going to do some more damage in this one. So let's see if I can kind of stop him here a little bit. Now, I decided to go ahead and make a pitching change here. So I've got a different pitcher in than I've had before. So that may be exactly what's been working well for me here, because you can see once again, nobody on base at this point. So a lot of ground balls, and that's what's been nice to kind of see out of my reliever so far, is just ground balls. That slider gets the strikeout here. So Albert Pujols now is going to be the first one to come up to bat. I thought it'd be kind of cool to show the bottom of the 10th here. Now, Pujols has done a great job getting the triple here early on in the game, and I'm expecting a lot of good stuff from him here. I think if anybody I would want to have hitting right now, it'd be Albert Pujols, because he can put some good stuff together, like like that triple you saw earlier. So let's take a look and see what he can do here on this delivery. Breaking ball. That one is going over the right field wall. That is going to be a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th. So I was telling you that walk-off home runs are always awesome. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, foreshadowing. But anyway, that's awesome. That's actually why I really wanted Albert Pujols up the plate. First home run for the Cards in this game, and a well-timed one at that. So Albert Pujols definitely doing what he does best. That may be the last home run that you see Albert Pujols do in this video game in a Cardinals jersey. So great win here in this one. Came down to the wire. Here's why I decided to post this game. I think this kind of does justice to the World Series. Coming back from behind, not giving up and everything like that, and come away with a pretty big win. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry I did a little less commentary here on this one than I usually do with baseball games, but a lot of people wanted to see what I thought about the season, give my own input about this year, next year, postseason, everything like that. But I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Send in a request. Doesn't necessarily need to be MLB, but anything at all. Subscribe once again. And if you guys, I already said that. If you guys want to see anything else, let me know. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go.